Hello everyone, I'm Elizabeth presenting you on Universal Human Values.
I'll be more specific on understanding the need, basic guidelines, content, and process for value education for ourselves and for our students. Before presenting the topic to everyone who is listening, whatever is said is a proposal. Please do not assume it to be true, but verify it on your own right and with the basis of your own natural acceptance. Let this be a dialogue, and let it be the dialogue between you and me to start with. And while moving on further, you shall see the difference in you thinking that it soon becomes a dialogue within your own self. I'm not forcing anyone, or no one is forcing you to do so. But once you think the good which is hidden, you will be ready to take it and bring it to practice. Let me show a magic inside you in the end of this presentation. With more respect and gratefulness in my heart to everyone who are listening, I proceed this presentation. Let us first see the role of education in one's life. Before moving on to role of education, let us see how we are designed. I mean, we as human. Human being is more than just a body. Human is coexistence of both the self, that is I, and the body. There is exchange of information between the two, that is I and the body. Our body acts according to the suggestions given by our self. The self can be also called as I. All human feelings of happiness, sorrow, pain, excitement, etc. are all experienced by I and not the body. Having physical facility ensures the fulfillment of needs of the body, but it does not fulfill the need of the I. Hence, for every human being, we need to fulfill the needs of both, of I, which is happiness, and of body, which is physical facilities. One of these cannot replace the other. So, with right understanding in the self, we can divide it as relationship with human beings separately and the physical facility with the rest of the nature. So, this physical facility is only for human to human mutual prosperity, but the mutual happiness comes out with human to human healthy relationship. So, when we have a right understanding in one's self, we shall move on from animal conscious to human conscious. This transformation is the most required one to be known and to be taught as the right value for our future generation. As a teacher, we play a most important role in each student's life, and we educate them the knowledge with right understanding. Hence, we give them the technical education with value education. So, if we analyze the expectations from education, is that we need to prepare the students for understanding what to do. I stress the word what to do, and we should also prepare them for learning how to do. Let's see. We may have a doubt whether both are required or we can do with just one of them. Both are important. How it is important? What would be the priority between these two? The priority is the understanding what to do will be the first. Here we give them the right education. The right use of skills and technology will be the next. We must prepare them to learn how to do. This is also important, and we give them technical education. But according to current scenario, the first priority is that they are being taught learning how to do. Without clarity on the first question, without understanding what to do, even if we are going about doing things in an efficient and effective manner, we can see that we don't know where we will reach. This shows up as confusion in the self, which is easily influenced by others and being busy in their own programs. The self means the self of the student can be easily influenced by the teacher, and we need to make use of this opportunity to try to inculcate the values. Knowingly or unknowingly, our education has become skill based. There is almost no input on values. So while we progress in skills, develop, and use new technologies, we are unable to ensure ethical use of the technology. We are currently so focused on providing skills to do things and prepare people for profession and jobs that in spite of tremendous achievement of science and technology, we can observe lack of mutual feelings in relationship with human beings and lack of mutual enrichment with rest of the nature. We as a teacher must inculcate our students to look into and not just see through the values. We must make them understand that are they working for excellence or for being special, or they are going to dominate, or what will be their underlying assumptions about happiness and about relationships. We teach them the value sense, the greatest sense of all six senses. We have to move them from animal conscious to human conscious. We must be very careful in making them understand the right way of relationships and physical facilities. As we can see the current state of the students, they have little interest in learning, unsure of what they wish to do in life. This can be seen even in premier institutions. They are brought up under tremendous pressure. They are more influenced by TV, peer groups, parents load them with physical facilities, etc. So they become problematic and they are self centered, more of competitiveness, they lack sharing, they are towards violence, anger, ego, drugs, etc. There is no connection between values and technological progress. Today's education simply increases the competitive spirit. Value education, no doubt, is important, yet it becomes neglected subject area in today's classroom. Graduates tend to join into a blind race for wealth and position. Their skills are often used only to accumulate wealth. The other aspect of relationship in family, workplace, understanding of society and public remain neglected. Now my presentation is more towards what is valuable from what to do and what is important. I suggest you to ask this question to your students. Do you want to be able to decide what to do and what not to do on your own right, or do you want to be dependent on somebody else to decide for you? Please ask this question to your students. If their answer for the question is if they are not able to decide as to what is valuable and what is not valuable on their own right understanding, then someone has programmed them. Unconsciously, they are accepting those. They are very busy in doing rather than analyzing what they are doing. For example, the way they talk foul language, unhealthy affair in the name of relationships, and they are addicted to drugs. Teachers, please think about this. They are not investigating whether it is really worth for them. I have a question to ask you. Whether they decide by themselves that they want to change, or it just happened and they are not aware, or things happening unconsciously. This picture tells a big truth. So we are also being programmed generation after generation without being aware. One must look into oneself. Do we decide what to do, or is it decided from outside? What do we want to achieve? Should we make them to live as an individual or member of a family, or for society or a unit of nature? Now we shall see how to decide which is important and whether this is possible. We will explore this further. Let's see the guidelines for the values. Before doing anything, we must understand and keep in mind the following values. First, it must be universal. Means it should be applicable in all time, in all place, and to all individuals. If it is universal, then it is not dependent on any sector, caste, creed, gender, etc. For example, living with a feeling of relationship naturally accepted to all human beings is universal. Second, set of proposal about reality. It is not based on fancies, blind beliefs. It is not a set of do's and don'ts. It is logical. It can be communicated clearly. It can be questioned verified, and it can be understood by anyone. Third, it must be natural for human beings, and whatever proposed must be natural for the rest of the nature. For example, trust in the relationship must be natural for human beings. If it is naturally accepted, it leads to commitment to live in that manner without being forced in any way. Fourth, it must be verifiable. Every individual is able to verify these values themselves. No qualification is needed. Being a human being is sufficient. Finally, value education has to enable us to be in harmony within and harmony with others. Hence, when we live on basis of these values, we start understanding that it will lead to harmony in us and harmony in our interactions with other humans and rest of the nature. I once again insist on your thoughts that whatever is said is a proposal. The proposal is to be explored in oneself. It is on the basis of one's own natural acceptance and in one's own verification. Once you follow, you will find the difference in living, but it takes time to change. This self exploration and verification is not a process of assuming things. It is not written in book. It is not said by others. It is not by reading. Let's now see difference between value education and moral education. Value education is proposal and self verification. Moral education is to do things as per instructions. Value education is to understand and known by doing it, while moral education is preconditioning and assuming. The value education is self-motivated and unconditional, independent. We cannot tell them to do by force, but moral education is conditional and sometimes they do it out of fear. When it is related to acceptance, we must think whether it must be naturally acceptable or under any circumstances. Here come the preconditioning and sensation. You think that they cannot do, but they are not so. With guidance and teaching on what to do, they will know how to do it. Let's see the example and understand difference between natural acceptance and acceptance. Relationship is natural acceptance. If it is sometime relationship and sometime opposition, it is just an acceptance. Food for health is natural acceptance. Sometimes food is for health and sometimes food is for taste is acceptance. Mobile for communication is natural acceptance. And sometimes for communication, sometimes mobile is for respect or show off is acceptance. Knowing how to guide them with values, one can make a student to follow them. Let's see how. The value education is mainly based on the teacher's conduct. Child learns to be self-disciplined. He or she observes each and everything about their teacher. They do imitate us. If they really feel that we are of good conduct, whatever the teacher says or does and includes his own creativity, they follow us. So first we must be with all the values, automatically they follow our way. In spite of other social deviations and disturbances, we are their inspirations. Once again, I insist on the point to whomever listening to me is that whatever is said is experimental validation must be done by living according to your own proposed values and feelings. And you can see that your behavior is changing to a natural human being. And you can see that you are working for required physical facility. And the result will be mutual happiness and mutual prosperity. You may now understand that the presentation is all about the human values are teachable, provided the teachers are prepared and the environment is conducive. I would wish to share some of the thoughts which are shared by students for their teachers. Please pause the video and read it line by line. Okay, I hope the students are in need of a guide, a mentor, a well-wisher, a soulmate, a person who will be to make them grow, feel them that they are not alone. They must feel that my teacher, an art of creation by God, whose words for them never fades from their minds. Here is the soulful voice of a late President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam for all of us.
Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is an order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
Thank you all for listening to my presentation, and as I have already mentioned, the magic is go back to the beginning of the video and play it once again without my audio and put yourself in the place of the word you, Y-O-U. Just put yourself in the place of the word you and read the statement line by line till the end of the video. You will understand what is this video all about, and you will be finding that you are speaking to your own self.